I've been waiting to make this video for several years now, and I finally feel like I'm ready. So without further ado, I'm just going to get started. The first 13 years of my life were pretty normal, but then in 1997 I started having really strange, severe knee and leg injuries. And I went to doctors for the next 4 years, and they kept telling me that it really wasn't anything serious, and they'd give me some treatment to do and say I should be better in a month or two, and nothing worked. So finally, when I went to a doctor in 2001 when I was 17, he said that since they hadn't been able to help me yet, he was going to refer me to a specialist. And when I went there, after a few minutes, the doctor could see that I had such a serious problem that I might be stuck with it for the rest of my life. And it's 2014 now, 13 years later, and I'm definitely stuck with it for the rest of my life because I haven't made any progress. I continue to suffer and deal with the same pain every day from the knees down. And it's not just a minor pain, let me add. It's like excruciating, life-destroying pain. It's been driving me insane ever since. And apparently I'll have to deal with it for the rest of my life. I was born this way. As I aged, my body changed when I was 13 and I started going through my teenage years, and my birth defect was revealed. There's no surgery, medication, or therapy, anything. There's nothing that I can do to help. I'm just stuck with this. And just the stress and the depression that it's put me through, that I've never talked to anyone about, except maybe just a few people that are close to me. It's caused me painful stomach ulcers, and since 2001 when I met with this specialist, I've had to do 20 minutes of stretching every morning before I go to school or work to loosen my legs up, 20 minutes of stretching after each day when I come home, and then 20 minutes of ice applied to my knees, Achilles, calves, everything down in my legs, just to prevent further damage and make sure that I don't become a cripple for life. If I skip just a day of this treatment, I'm in so much pain that I can't sleep that night. And if I eventually do get to sleep after a few hours of struggling and rolling around in the bed, I wake up with painful cramps in my calves, and I have to get up after just an hour or two sleep and do all the stretches and ice to relieve the calf cramps and any other pain I might have. And then of course the next day I feel so much worse than I already did to begin with, so I really have no choice but to do this treatment every day. And as it is, like I said, I mean, even right now I'm just sitting here talking and I feel terrible. That's the way I've always felt. So finally in 2010, after 9 years of seeing the specialist, I just had had enough, and I wanted to try to cure myself somehow, so I started stretching and icing more and trying other treatments. But I put myself through so much that when I tried to exercise and play basketball one summer day, it was hot outside and I had a heat stroke. And I've struggled with migraines and many strokes ever since. So now I have that problem to deal with as well. Somehow, while I've been dealing with all of this, I did graduate from high school in 2003 with a 4.0 GPA. And in 2008, I graduated from college with a 3.75 GPA in my major and approximately a 3.5 overall GPA, and I've worked good jobs ever since then. But of course, every waking moment I've spent having this success and moving on with my life, I've done it in pain, and no one has been able to feel the suffering that I've been going through. Every single YouTube video I uploaded, every time I played a video game, anything that I've done, I've been doing it with this suffering, just keeping it to myself. But I do want to thank everyone here for the support that I've received and the compliments on my video game videos over the years, because this has been something, it's helped me take my mind off of the pain and given me something constructive to do. And I've put some thought into it. There's been times that I've disappeared from this channel for a while. I haven't uploaded a video in 2 or 3 months, but I think it's good for me to just go ahead and try to play video games maybe an hour every day, and anytime I come up with something worth sharing, a video that I think is good enough to be uploaded, I'll just put it on here, and hopefully you guys like it. So I should continue playing for a long time. That's good news for you, I'm sure. The reason why I'm inspired to finally make this video and upload it is because a lot of other gamers here in the United States have wanted to meet me for quite some time, and they've been disappointed because every time that they have a meeting or something, I never show up, and this is why. So I just want people to know who I am and what I'm dealing with. And even though, I mean, maybe it's just not even possible for me to travel across this country or meet someone, I don't know. I'll have to see. It's I just want people to understand what I'm going through, and if I receive enough support from people and they care about me enough, and I get to see it online here, maybe someday, eventually, I'll at least give it a try to meet someone. But in the meantime, I just don't feel like I'm ready to do anything like that now. I just have to see how everybody else feels about it, and then I'll see if I feel motivated enough to put myself through traveling and trying to keep myself in good enough health to not be, you know, I don't want to ruin the meeting for everyone else because of my own problems, so that's really what it comes down to. But as for now, I'm going to try to make a video on Saturday, and even if I don't, I'll keep playing video games, and you guys should see something from me soon here, so that's the good news for you. I just want to thank everyone for listening, and I do feel better having said this now, because it's been hard to live with this deep, dark secret for so many years, especially knowing that I never did anything wrong to deserve it. It just, you know, you only get one life on this planet, and unfortunately I have to spend mine in agony. I'm not the only person on this planet that suffers. I understand that. I'm sure there's people with problems even much worse than mine, but as it is, this is the life I have, and just going to move on to the next day and just keep doing what I have to do to make the most out of it. So thanks to everyone for listening, and you should be seeing more videos from me in the near future here.